Hello everyone, my name is Taya Davis and today I will be advocating that the United States government should increase social services for U.S. veterans. At the age of 18, you are eligible to take the oath of enlistment to solemnly swear to protect the United States at all costs with no hesitation. This is an oath that the U.S. should also make to its veterans to ensure that someone who has put their life on the line is entitled to receive the government's full support no matter what. In order to do this, the United States should increase social services for U.S. veterans. Going to war causes lifetime effects on all veterans, whether it be PTSD or any other service-connected disability. So many times I've witnessed veterans without a home, way of income, or their mental health be completely abnormal. Although the VA provides several services, more could be done. In this speech, I will be addressing the ill, blame, and cure for this proposition. I will also discuss the cost and benefits associated with it. I will now identify and prove the ill for this problem. Many veterans are struggling every day to receive the help they were promised. When a man or woman is sent to a war, no matter how bad the specific war is, that person will most likely never be the same person they were before deployment. Clinton Halls, a veteran who served in both Iraq and Afghanistan, stated on the MinnPost website posted on August 15, 2015, although all I ever considered when I thought about suicide was the guilt I was feeling and just wanting a way out, wanting to not have those memories anymore. This is a feeling that occurs way too often for many veterans for many reasons, which is why I'll provide you with some of the most common problems veterans are forced to suffer with. According to the Department of Veterans website, last updated January 2020, estimates that 170,000 veterans are homeless at every given night. This is a problem that often leads veterans to make a decision that no one should ever have to even contemplate, and that is suicide. According to the Mental Health VA website, last updated January 2nd, 2020, more than 55 million veterans have died from suicide from 1979 to 2016. When our veterans return from a war fighting depression, post-traumatic stress, brain injuries, or even losing an arm and a leg, it is our government's obligation to ensure that that hero will never have to struggle. Now that I have described the ill for this proposition, I will now describe where the blame falls. Although the government funds the VA, which provides health care services, benefit programs, and access to national cemeteries, not all veterans are eligible or gain the ability to receive these privileges. This is due to institutional failures such as underfunding and understanding facilities that provide any type of care for veterans. The blame for this ill is the government. According to Mark Hay on the Vice website updated July 2019, despite Trump's promises, he has done very little for veterans so far in his administration. This is a fact that is extremely true. Although Trump has accomplished some of his promises, he hasn't met enough to truly resolve this proposition. Now that I have discussed where the blame for this issue lies, I will now identify the plan for this ill by providing the plans of action. According to previous presidential candidate Bernie Sanders on his website article honoring our commitment to veterans last updated February 2020, just as planes, tanks, armor, and guns are costed for, so is coming together as a nation and government to care for the men and women that we sent to fight our wars. No one who was injured through their military service should be denied benefits because of a complicated bureaucracy. This is a step that must be made by our current government to achieve this goal. I will now identify 6 of the main ways this problem could be resolved. 1 is to focus on veterans' health rather than their ability to pay. 2, expand the access to the VA mental health and suicide preventions. 3, guaranteed housing for all veterans. 4, ensure access to better jobs and training. 5, increase VA funding and hire more staff. And lastly, 6, establish more VA facilities. Now that I have discussed the plan for action for this proposition, I will now discuss the costs and benefits for this plan. One of the most beneficial costs would be establishing more VA hospitals. Doing so would immediately prove that veterans' mental and physical health is important to our nation. Another cost of this proposition would be guaranteeing that no veteran is homeless. A major benefit of this would be increasing social services. So just making sure that our veterans are not just left to die and fend for themselves. In conclusion, after hearing this argument, you should now support that the U.S. government should increase social services for U.S. veterans. Today, I have proved the ill, blame, and cure for this specific problem, as well as the costs and benefits associated with it. If we can trust the military enough to enlist and protect our country at only 18 years old, we should be able to trust their ability to protect us when we're 35 years old and suffering from service-connected disabilities. For the reasons stated above, I urge you to vote for the advocate's case. And if you ever see a veteran, say, "Thank you for your service," because those 5 words can show him or her that their heroic acts are greatly appreciated. Thank you.